Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here, and the way we are looking ahead to today's single game for the 8th of December. Uh, Kind of a weird day, obviously, on Tuesday between Dallas and Baltimore, but we know what's been going on with Baltimore, so they've been having to reschedule all of their games. So, yeah, we are looking at it today. Hopefully, you guys did good on Sunday and did good on Monday. A lot of our picks that we mentioned on for Sunday for Maine did pretty dang good. Like I said, if you picked some of those guys that we mentioned that we highlighted, you probably did pretty good. I did 150 lineups with most of those core players that I had, and I think I cashed 110. I'm not exactly sure, but definitely over 100 lineups with most of the guys that I mentioned in the video for for the main slate. So like I said, definitely go through that this upcoming week and check it out. A lot of good information in there. I know it's a long video, but if you watch most of it, you definitely will learn some things. Had a couple people say they watched it and made their own lineups off it and made some pretty good money. So anyway, like I said, we are looking ahead today. Last night we did our 150 lineups, which we've been doing for NFL, and we cashed in 81 out of 150. Could have been more, but we did the two game slate for Monday. We had like 80% Gibson, and we still cashed 81 out of 150. So if Gibson would have played, as we all know, he got injured. If he would have played, man, we easily could have cashed over 100. But it is what it is. I'll still take it. Definitely a positive for us. Still came out, like I said, in the positive. So we'll take it. As normal, if you guys want to get in on that, it is per week for NFL. We could be switching over to main slate 150. We'll have to see. Been doing half decent with the main slate. So I'll see. Like I said, it will be the same exact price. So, like I said, we'd love you guys come join us for the week. And as normal, we got NBA just around the corner. Preseason starts this Friday. So, as you guys know, definitely excited for that. If you guys want to get in on the season pass for either main slate or the single slate for 150, like I said, we have that special going on, and it does end on the 21st of December. So, if you want to get in on a special, definitely get in on it while you can because the prices will not be cheap. NBA, like I said, is my sport, and that's, not going to be too cheap. So definitely be saving money if you do the season pass. So if you want to get in on any of that, just check us out on our Twitter. Message us, won't get you all set up for sure. So anyway, yeah, Dallas and Baltimore. We got a 45.5 in Baltimore by 8 in this one. So as we know, Baltimore, they've been having a ton of COVID issues. I don't know exactly how many they're getting back today. Mark Andrews is out, and I think Willie Snead's out. We're not 100% sure. I think Andrews and Snead are both available to play, but I don't think they're going to because I don't think they got enough practice time. But no official word on Snead yet. Andrews is out, but no official word on Willie Snead. So, but yeah, like I said, they also have a couple defense guys that have been out for a while. So Baltimore, their defense has been hurting a little bit. So anyways, kind of both these teams need this win. Dallas, as we know, Washington and the Giants have both won, and so Dallas needs to keep up in their division. So I think this should be a good one. I think 8. I don't know, man. I think Dallas could keep up with them if you're gonna bet. So we'll have to see. Anyway, let's go at it here. We got Jackson. I like him. This dude just hasn't been doing anything. As we know, Dallas ain't that great, and also against the run, they do struggle a little bit as well. As you see, they're ranked 30th according to Fantasy Cruncher. I don't know exactly, but probably around that area. So Jackson could definitely get free a little bit. So he's an obvious pick there. Dalton, I'll probably bump him up maybe 15.5 as I have him, 16, 17, around that area. We'll have to see. Baltimore doesn't really play fast. They have like long drives for the most part, so might limit possessions for Dallas. But Dallas might, make this one the pace a little bit faster, maybe one or two extra possessions, depending on how it goes. So I don't have a ton of them in the captain spot. I don't think he has a ton of upside, but obviously could have him in the regular lineups. Moving on here, we got Elliott and Dobbins. I have a lot more Dobbins than Elliott here. Elliott's, $3,000 more. Obviously, it's just because of the name, but this dude has done nothing. And if you guys don't know, the offensive line for Dallas has been taking some major hits. We saw what happened last week. A lot of their offensive linemen got hurt. I haven't looked yet to see if they're all back. If they're back, then have at them. But if they're missing one or two of them, as we've seen, Elliott just hasn't been able to get it on because his offensive line has not been there. So I got a little bit more J.K. Dobbins. I think he, like I said, he hasn't played for a little bit, so he's going to be rested up and ready to go. I feel like so he's, as we know, kind of the main back over there. They still have a running back by committee, but he's the main dude. Ingram, he doesn't really play much, even when Dobbins was there. They're just not really playing him anymore. Maybe the only thing I'm worried about, him or Edwards may steal a goal line touchdown from Dobbins, but that's kind of mostly it. Tony Pollard, I got him in a couple as well. Moving on to wide receivers, don't mind a little bit of Amari Cooper. Only bad thing with Baltimore is they have so many wide receivers and they kind of spread it out. As we know, last year Hollywood Brown was the main guy, but they're just not using him much right now. So he did good last week, but that was not with Jackson. So, like I said, bad thing with Baltimore, they spread out their receptions quite a bit, so it makes it Dallas a little bit more um, of a play. So I don't mind Cooper, even though it's a hard defense in Baltimore. A little bit of Lamb. I will have a little bit of Marquise Brown. Like I said, had a good one finally last week, and against a bad defense in Dallas, maybe he'll do half decent here again. I do like Dez Bryant. If Willie Snead is out, I think Dez Bryant could be kind of the wild card play. As we know, he is facing his old team in Dallas. I'm not even boosting him up just because of that. I just feel like he could get you about maybe 5 to 7 in this one if Willie Snead's out, because that helps out a little bit. Last week, just not much going on there. Still had 5 targets in week 11 with Jackson there, so probably around 5 to 6 targets here again. He's kind of my wild card pick. Hopefully, he does go off for me. That's kind of who I'm looking at. Um, but as I said, man, Baltimore, they just spread their guys out, so it's so hard to pick. Boykin, I might have 5% of them. It's going to be a little bit harder of a single game. So if you guys are watching, it's going to be a little bit harder because, like I said, these guys are so spread out and their targets. But for sure, at least Dallas, 2 to 3 guys, the main guys are going to get it. We got Dalton Schultz. I'll probably have quite a bit of him. I have Luke Wilson at 2.5 right now, just because I think he's going to be starting. Like I said, Andrews should be out here. So I might bump Luke Wilson up maybe to, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 ish at max. But overall, I'll probably have Dalton Schultz quite a bit over Luke Wilson for obvious reasons. And then the kickers, I think they're both in play. I think I don't mind Baltimore, obviously, with Justin Tucker, one of the best in the game. Hasn't been doing too much recently, but that's just because they haven't really needed him / get down there. So I think he can easily get you 8 to 10 in this one. I had a ton of Harrison Buckner last time out for the Kansas City game. I think he had like 85 lineups with him, which is crazy. I usually don't do that with my kickers. I usually have him in 30 to 40 lineups, but he went off for 17 points. So who knows? Maybe Tucker 9 to 12 points is kind of what I'm looking at for him. Zerdline, on the other hand, he might get you 6 to 8. I don't have a ton of him. He has been kicking quite a bit more, fantasy points wise. So you can look at him, but I'm going, I think, Tucker a little bit more. So that's what we're looking at. I think your main MVP spots is probably Jackson. Maybe take a shot in a couple with Amari Cooper, but mostly on FanDuel. Like I said, you have your quarterback at the captain spot. Unless it's like a Devontae Adams or something like that, or a Cook, and then obviously DK it's a way different ball game. You usually have a cheap guy as your captain, so you can get in the big boys. So, but yeah, I think Jackson for sure. Maybe Cooper. Maybe take a shot with Marquise Brown in the captain spot a couple times. But I think Jackson, especially with the way that he can run, is going to be your main dude there. Still running quite a bit. Maybe get a touchdown in the running area. Don't mind him. Like I said, I'll have a ton of Dalton in the utility spot. I don't have a ton of Elliott. If he burns me, he burns me. But like I said, I probably have a little bit more Dobbins here, a little bit of Gus Edwards for the goal line touchdown, and then like I said, Cooper, a little bit of Lamb. Those are the main guys I'm looking at. A little bit of Marquise Brown just because, who knows, anything can happen. He is a pretty good wide receiver, even though he hasn't been getting, a ton of targets. And then, like I said, Dez Bryant. If Willie Snead is officially out, it's kind of my, my cheaper guy. I do expect his ownership to be kind of high just because he is facing Dallas here, and everyone's going to be like, oh, Dez Bryant, revenge game. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what we got going on. Let's go see what a lineup makes for you. Jackson, Gallup, Tucker, Dobbins, and Andy Dalton. Like I said, Gallup's mostly your guy. Hopefully, you're going to get a touchdown out of him. Still have been seeing half decent targets 12, 7, 5, and 8. Most of that is with Andy Dalton taking over. So, yeah, I mean, this guy could definitely get you a touchdown. And he's only $8,500, so definitely don't mind going that way. Definitely a solid lineup right there for sure. So that's what we're looking at. Like I said, if you guys want to get in on NFL Week Pass or NBA Season Pass, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter. And like I said, for NBA, we have the main slate pass and separately the 150 single game available for you guys as well. And like I said, preseason does start on Friday, so we're definitely amping up and get really excited for it over here. So like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, hit us up on our Twitter. If you want to get in on any of the passes, like I said, also hit us up on Twitter for that. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Enjoy your Tuesday football. It's kind of weird, but, we'll take it. We got football to watch today. So, like I said, enjoy it, watch it, and we'll see you guys, what do we got? Maybe Thursday for the single game. We'll have to see. But if I don't see you then, we'll definitely do, I think, what is it, week 14 already? Week 14 of main slate for NFL. And I might do a couple preseason NBA videos, but like I said, in the past, they usually, put their starters out there for about 10 to 15 minutes, if that. But short, as we know, short off season for most of the guys. So I think the contender teams probably won't even play in their dudes, but we'll have to see. So maybe a couple videos in the future. So, all right, that's it. I'm dragging it on. My bad. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll see you guys a little bit later on.